What is something that everyone should experience at least once in their lifetime? The night sky without light pollution. Seeing the Milky Way bright and clear in all its glory is an unbelievably inspirational experience. Got that experience in the Navy. When you hit that spot in the middle of the Atlantic where there's no significant human population for at least 1,000 miles in all directions, the night sky is absolutely breathtaking. Came here to say this. Standing outside and you can't see your hand in front of your face, but the Milky Way is so bright, it would take forever to count all of the stars. Being taught by a good teacher who is passionate about the subject and the students. As a teacher, and a passionate one, I appreciate your comment. I know a lot of teachers who just go through the motions. I don't think I'm the best teacher in the world, but I'm always working on my craft. It's a really rewarding job. A lot of jobs can be done with little or no higher education, but teachers I think benefit more than most at continuing to keep on learning new things. I just finished my masters and I feel like I still have so much to learn. Laughing to the point you can't stand, breathe or even make any sign of communication but laughter, and then you start to wheeze and that becomes more funny than what you were first laughing at, where you laugh so hard you stop making any noise and just flap your arms like a drunken seal and fall over. Being financially stable. Currently working on this. From building my savings to trying to improve my credit score, it's tough and likely an extremely long process, but I'm hopeful. Seeing the ocean. Yes, it may not seem like a big deal to people that live near it, but as someone that was born and raised in the Midwest, it took me 30 years to get to an ocean, and it blew my mind. Getting their ass kicked in something they originally thought they were good at, it's truly a humbling experience. Oh my god, I'm so good at Smash Brothers. Get subtly stomped online. Oh my god, I am so bad at Smash Brothers. The existential crisis of everyone the first time they played online Smash. Closing 76 tabs after a school project. Ah, so that's what people call it nowadays. Well, you can save most memorable articles to your homework folder for later reference. Staying up all night chatting with a friend about anything and everything. Nothing quite like it. Also taking a really satisfying crap that's been bothering you all day. Yes, having a shit to finish the day is amazing. Walking about really late at night with one good mate and just talk about life, etc. There's just something so soothing and calm about it. 8 hours of sleep. Restful sleep. I had 10 hours last night, but it didn't do me any favors. To be loved. I mean, really loved by someone other than a family member. This makes me sad. The rush of adrenaline and the sudden realization of how mortal you are that can only come from near death. When your life flashes before your eyes. Yes, I can relate. Sex is great, but have you ever got 100% on a video game? Yes, I have a 120 stars in Super Mario 64. This also qualifies me as a plumber. Does 100% on Lego Indiana Jones qualify me to be a dog? The warmth of another body, and to mix it up now and then, the clamminess of a cold one. /r/harlop. Edit. Thanks a lot guys. Now my most upvoted comment is about necrophilia. Seeing the northern lights. Located entirely within your kitchen? Well, can I see it? No. Traveling alone. Edit. I'm not saying traveling alone is better than traveling with friends or a loved one. I'm just saying it should be tried once. Everywhere I've ever traveled, I've seen solo female travelers as well. I can't give specific advice because I'm not a female and honestly have no idea what they go through, but I know women do it. Do you like it? I travel alone every week or so and sometimes it's nice, but more often than not I find it extremely lonely. Have a late night talk or hang out with your friends without getting absolutely trashed. I've had this with my childhood friends. Whenever someone comes home from abroad or someone gets married, we take a day off, or half, at work and do a small reunion. No one seems to notice how late it gets. We would just talk and drink, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, no pressure on which ones to get, play card/board games, listen to someone play the guitar, reminisce school, talk about the future, anything goes. I feel like everyone should at least experience this. It's so chill. Living alone. All I did was fap and binge TV. You forgot the part where I was too lazy to cook, so it was just junk food. Or the part where I smoked weed alone and starved every day cause meals weren't important anymore. Sleeping under a starry sky. Mosquitoes. Well, they are not everywhere and in every moment of the year. Winky face. Jumping from a safely high cliff into deep water. That first breath when you swim back up and reach the surface of the water is something special. I can't swim. Then we have another thing to experience, learning to swim. An orgasm. Hopefully one day. Hopefully one a day. Edit. Thanks for the silver, kind stranger. A best friend. I had one best friend once, like, truly. She's no longer my best friend. It was more heartbreaking than losing my first love. It's crazy, running into her in town now. It's like we are strangers and it's the worst. I still look back on the good times. Ever since with any new friends I've made, I yearn for that same connection I had with my old best friend, but I've never found it again. Not yet anyways. I have some good friends, don't get me wrong, but not as special as a best friend. Taking a leap of faith with something or someone. Edit. My phone is buzzing, and I'm really looking forward to reading the responses after work. Reading through the awesome stories has brightened my day. Wow. My first gold. Thank you, kind stranger. Only if there's a haystack at the bottom. Synchronized. A real, genuinely challenging decision. Not just something that makes you think, but something that makes you worry and stress a little and worry in the immediate aftermath of the decision that you may not have made the right choice, and then just accepting it. Because as much as it would be nice to live without worry, it's important to learn that sometimes there won't be an easy choice, but that things will work themselves out ultimately. As a person with anxiety, that's pretty much every decision I make. Hitting rock bottom and bouncing back, it changes you for the better every time. Being at rock bottom for years and never bouncing back is even more fun. I've PFFFFFTHHHT been PFFFFFTHHHT living PFFFFFTHHHT at rock bottom PFFFFFTHHHT for so long PFFFFFTHHHT that I've adopted PFFFFFTHHHT the PFFFFFTHHHT accent PFFFFFTHHHT. To tell someone that you love them and have them look genuinely happy back at you. Why my eyes wet? It's rather mundane, and some people hate doing this, but everyone should take a trip on an airplane. It still blows my mind that human beings develop technology that allows us to be transported in a metal and plastic tube thousands of feet in the air. I especially love the rush as the plane is building up speed just before taking off. I also find it amazing that our technology has advanced to the point where the airplane itself can do a lot of the work in terms of staying on course. Fail. Really truly fail. Also, it only really counts for anything if it's totally 100% your fault. Failing a class because you just aren't smart enough or you were too lazy to study. Losing an actually good / stable so because you weren't a good enough partner. Not getting or even losing a job because you aren't good enough, etc. It's the biggest educator. Lost my S/O in December last year because I was emotionally abusive and controlling. It shook me to my core. Ever since that day I've changed my entire attitude and outlook on my relationships with my other friends. Hearing the ice cream truck music and running to mom for money, then sprinting down the street in time to catch the ice cream truck. I work as an ice cream truck driver. Honestly, one of the best parts of my job is looking in my mirror and seeing 10-year-olds sprinting after my truck. Brings me all sorts of happy memories. Fellow ice cream truck driver here. Is there a better job we could ask for? I work on an idyllic little island town and all day kids get stoked to get their Batman or SpongeBob pop, and I get to be the one to make them smile. Can't beat it. Going to a concert of your favorite musician or a band. This is a truly amazing and life-changing experience. You feel so alive, as if there is no tomorrow. May I add something to that? Hanging out at smaller venues / festival stages, checking out names you've never heard before, and suddenly poof you have a new favorite band. Dancing with your friends when everybody goes ooh oh man, that band is actually just freaking awesome. Is amazing. Riding a motorcycle. I've never been skydiving, but the wind and freedom made me feel like I was flying. Going to Australia. A debt-free life.